So I know most Floridians right now are preparing for yet again another hurricane. Hurricane Martin is making its way through the Gulf at a very intense, rapid speed and going to make impact somewhere on the west coast of Florida. And this is on the heels of Hurricane Helene, and we all know the damage and destruction that has caused. But from a mortgage side, I wanted to just cover two quick things that I think are important that people should know, especially if this is your first hurricane and you happen to be buying a piece of property in the state of Florida. So, big question we always get is, what if you're about to close? What if you have a contract and your closing date is this Friday, but yet the storm is supposed to hit on Wednesday evening? What happens? Well, first of all, in the actual contract, you are protected by a clause, the force majeure clause. And this basically says your contract will automatically be extended if there's some sort of natural disaster. A hurricane obviously fits into that category. Now, as far as how far can you extend it, well, some of that really depends on the damage, the damage that the storm actually does. But you always want to just double check with either your realtor or your real estate attorney that helped draft up the contract. The other thing to keep in mind is when it comes to the appraisal. So if any damage was done to the property after a storm, any lender, bank out there, they usually have to do a final inspection. Now, what we will typically allow in a situation like this, especially if your house wasn't damaged, is you can take pictures after the storm passes through, you know, the whole exterior of the house, maybe even take some pictures on the inside, the roof, just to confirm that nothing happened, the property didn't suffer any major damage. Usually then that won't prevent your closing. You can typically close the next day or a couple days after, what have you. But don't be surprised that the lender may still send an appraiser out to the property to just do a final inspection to confirm what your pictures did as well. So really important. But look, the other big thing, especially here in Florida, is insurance. So, insurance is definitely something that can be really tricky. There's a lot of fraud that goes on when there's storms. Sometimes it goes on as early as before the storm even hits. People are already trying to put in claims. So the problem, though, is when you have fraudulent claims and things like this, it really takes away from the people that need it most, the people that really had damage to their property and they need help. They need an adjuster. They need the insurance company to come out there, assess it, and provide funds so they can repair their home and go about their lives. So what I would recommend to anybody out there, especially if you're in an evacuation zone or you're somewhere, on the west coast of Florida, is do yourself a favor and just take pictures and videos inside and outside of your house right now. And, just make sure you can document that. You can, if you're doing a video, state the date you're taking it, maybe even narrate as far as what room you're in, the property, but just do a quick video, take pictures, because that could come in handy, especially after the storm passes, so you can compare the before and after. And of course, if you're evacuating, make sure you take all important documents relating to the house, your deed, your insurance policies, etc. So look, we wish everyone well. I know it's not an easy time when when a storm is approaching, but we will get through this like we always do. But if you have any questions, anything mortgage or real estate related when it comes to storm, feel free to reach out. Okay? Hope you guys all have a blessed day. Take care.